In this video, we're going to be looking at a familiar pattern, which is the squat pivot, and we're going to be adding a layer of technicality to it in the way of a leg extension. So first of all, you're going to start in your squat and you're just going to pivot over to one side, as you can see me do here. So internally rotating the leg and trying to touch down the knee on the floor. This will mean that you'll have to lift over onto the ball of the foot so that you can pivot that leg that's internally rotating. You can also use your arms a little bit. Next up, as you pivot, you're going to lean your hips forward and try and get most of your weight above that foot, above that point of contact, and you're going to essentially sit on your heel and have the weight right above that front foot. So pivot and lean the weight forward over onto that front foot. This is going to demand some good ankle dorsiflexion, and this is going to be a necessary and useful range of motion for you to play with the squat later. Next up, we're going to add the leg extension. So as you lean your hip forward, you're going to place one hand down on the floor and you're going to straighten and swipe the free leg around and in front of you. So pivot, hand goes on the floor, release that back leg, straighten it, and make a big semi-circle around, bring it to the front, and then reverse the motion. So we're trying to use the glute med, the middle of the bum muscles, to lift the leg off the floor if you can, in order to swipe it around so that it doesn't drag along the floor too much. A little bit of a foot slide is okay, but we don't want to be dragging and snagging the foot on the floor. Try and make that sweep as smooth as possible. So hand goes on the floor, lean forward, foot goes forward, and then you can start to bring the knee in and find a bit of balance in that crouching position before you bring the leg out again and reverse the motion. So pivot, hand goes on the floor, straighten that back leg, bring it around, then bring it in, release the hands, and stay in this crouch position as you find a little bit of balance and as your body weight is sitting over your base heel. This variation will translate to a low gait locomotive pattern known as the duck walk, which is also in this series, and you will visit that one later. Have a play with this pattern and try to accumulate a minimum of 4 to 6 reps of each variation on each leg.